Welcome back, True Seeker. Just want to say congrats to the winners. 3 days in a row, we hit a 10-plus point dog in the NBA. And Nate Williams, one of the winners last night, took the Hornets to upset the Kings, a 10-point underdog. Also, shout out to Rolo W. Put together a nice parlay. Packers, underdog Spurs versus Rockets. They were a 4-point dog. And 10-point dog Hornets over the Kings. And again, they're just using the information that I put out each day. If you guys read my comment section, you'll see it's always full of haters. By the way, I just blocked a whole nother group of trolls and haters who just made their accounts. I'm sure they'll be back by tomorrow. But had you guys read the comments to the Monday Night Football post, all the most liked comments were the pack of trolls that live on the Patreon all day that try to scare people away from the information. But again, you look at the real comments, which would be the ones that don't have any likes. That's what's frustrating about when you go to my comment section. There'll be like 20 likes for all the troll comments, because that's what they do, you guys. For those of you who don't get it, there are a pack of paid-for trolls that harass me 24/7, 365 that slander around the clock. You know, maybe I should have left their comments up before we went through this. But again, they're like, Zach didn't have anything for the Hornets, as people are thanking in the comments. Thanks for the Hornets information. Zach didn't have anything for the Hornets. He's a liar. Just like, God, these people are a fucking joke. If you guys signed up for the Patreon, here's what you would have saw. The notes for the Hornets and Kings. 2 reasons in the all-time head-to-head that the Hornets could upset. 1 reason for the Kings, who were favored, who don't really have any value. Furthermore, down here, Hornets can pick up the 8th win in an upset. Kings would stay on 8 home wins if they were upset. Why does that matter on the 19th of the month? 19's the 8th prime. Kings could pick up the 13th loss of the month, or 13th loss of the season. We always look for the number 13 on Monday, the day of the week named after the moon that's known for its 13-month cycle. Hornets, if they did win, would stay on 12 road losses. Again, there were 12 days left in the year. Last night, the Packers won by 12 points, keeping the Rams on 12 points, as Aaron Rodgers picked up his 12th win on Monday Night Football all time. And in this case, Sacramento equals 37, which is the 12th prime who they're playing. Of course, the 12 could have stayed for the Kings as well. So, I mean, that's why you got to look at both sides of the equation. But then I also pointed out, Hornets' next 2 road games are in L.A., If they win tonight in the upset, they don't pick up that 13th road loss until they get to LA. Of course, LA has the Gematria of 13. That's something we talk about all the time with LA. RIP to Kobe and his daughter, dead in the huge 13 ritual in LA. And then the other thing that looked really good for the Hornets was it was 93 days after the coach's birthday. That's the Saturn number. We're in the time of Saturnalia. 93 made a bunch of money for us in college basketball this weekend. Last night, Aaron Rodgers picked up his 93rd win, home win, all-time of his career. 93 was 3-0 in the NFL the weekend of Saturnalia. Again, Saturn equals 93. Ron Rivera got his 93rd all-time loss. Harbaugh got his 93rd loss. Aaron Rodgers got his 93rd win. Those were the 3 93s on the board this weekend. 3-0. And we also had the narrative for the Packers to cover last night, which is where the value was. But yeah, you stick, the Kings, Hornets. Let me see. Where's the Rockets game at? So the Rockets game. The Rockets got upset last night. They were a 4-point favorite. They picked up their 51st home loss versus the Spurs in the all-time series. Moon is 51. Another big moon number is 21, but that could have gone on either side. And again, the 8s on the 19th. 19 is the 8th prime. Spurs stayed on 8 away wins. Rockets picked up their 8th home loss. So, but again, you got to look at both sides of the equation, but it's also about using your brain. There's more on the side of the Spurs upsetting the Rockets. The one thing you had to think twice about is the Rockets could become 7-7 at home. So that's what the trolls will always say. They're always like, Zach lays out both sides. Not in all games. Like the 76ers game, one-sided equation last night. If there is 2 sides to the equation, I'll lay them out, and usually the smart thing is to go where the value is and where there's more narrative for the winner. It's common sense. But anyway, like Raptors 76ers game. Everything was pretty much in the 76ers' favor. I guess the only thing you could have thought about is that they could have potentially picked up their 13th loss instead of staying on 12. But like I pointed out, with it being 12 days left in the year, notice the Raptors could get their 12th away loss, which they did. 76ers could stay on 12 losses, and 76ers could get the 12th home win. So the 12 part of the riddle was playing way more in Philly's favor, and the Raptors could stay on 13 wins. Plus, the Raptors could get their 18th loss. Philadelphia equals 61, the 18th prime. The 76ers coach, Doc Rivers, could get his 117th win with the team. Toronto equals 117. He did. And if the Raptors do lose the next two, which is possible, we'll look more closely at that when they face the Knicks. That would also make sense. So, again, some games are like one-way streets. Some games there's an even split, and they're probably just best to leave alone. There's some games that stack heavily for an underdog, like the Hornets last night, which is why plenty of people won on that. I'm sure it was well beyond the people who left the comments. But, again, you put together a nice little parlay like this. I mean, if you put $5 on those three games right there, you know, your $5 bill became upwards of $100. And that's what I teach my people to do. Small bets with good narratives, with strong payouts. Because you hit a $5 bet like that and you walk away with $100, guess what? You just paid for your next $25 smart bets, and you're going to hit several in those next 20, and you're going to slowly but surely build your bankroll. And, you know, it's so annoying, though, that these videos are shadow banned, and pretty much the only people who comment are the people who've known about the work since 2016 and the trolls who've been harassing the community since 2016. I really do wish Google would let up on the algorithm and let the knowledge get out there so more people could find it and prosper. And if you are one of those people who are lucky to slip in here as a new person, again, I don't know why you continue to sit on the sidelines. I mean, it's not a joke, you guys. My community won God knows how much money this past weekend after another future landed, tore apart Saturnalia weekend in the entire world of sports. And again, this is real knowledge that pays off year after year. You learn this stuff. Guess what? Next year, Saturnalia will come back around. And you know what? Maybe you wanted to get a nice gift for your sweet lady or your children or whoever, and you can't afford it. Well, guess what? Once you learn this knowledge, all of a sudden, maybe you can. And also, you guys, this time of year is definitely about more than gift giving, but I'm just saying, you can improve your financial position in this world through this knowledge. As I've proven over the years, it applies to crypto, it applies to the stock market, and it definitely applies to the world of sports. Also applies to the world of rigged elections. Congrats to the winners, and until next time.